Hi, what's up guys? It's Robo. Thanks for joining me down in the cage. Today we're going to do a quick comparison video of two IPF Spec 20 kilogram stainless steel power bars. Right here I have the Rogue 20 kilogram stainless steel power bar, and right here I have the Texas Strength Systems G1 stainless steel power bar. Both of these bars are built to IPF specs, 29 millimeter diameter. Competition collars here. One thing to note on the collars, Rogue's is slightly bigger, like a 1/16 of an inch wider than the Texas Strength Systems, but they both are within IPF specs. Rogue does have a tighter tolerance on their updated 20 kilogram stainless steel power bar. The Texas Strength System still has a very tight tolerance. It's not going to be an issue, but Rogue is a little bit tighter. Both of the spins are really nice on the bars. Again, they're power bars, but if that's important to you, they do spin really smooth. That's not an issue. If you look at the sleeves, there are a couple differences that I want to point out. Just aesthetically, I think the Rogue power bar has a little bit more of the pop and like shine to the chrome sleeves. They're both chrome sleeves with a stainless steel shaft. And then the Texas Strength bar, one of the cool things about it is it has this really exaggerated tapered end. Some of the other power bars, like the Texas power bars, do have a tapered end, but it's not quite as exaggerated as Texas Strength Systems made theirs with the G1 power bar. I actually use a Flex GymAware velocity tracker, and it's a magnet-based tracker that goes on the end of the sleeve. And when I'm using my G1 power bar, I actually can't get the magnets to stick due to that tapered end, which is a bit annoying, and it's the only bar I have that issue with. But it's a really niche issue. If you don't have that type of velocity tracker, I know more of the traditional ones use like the tether that go onto the shaft. If you use one of those, it's not going to be a problem. But for me specifically, it is a little bit of a thing that is annoying about the Texas Strength bar compared to some of my other ones. They both have, really high weight capacities. It's not going to be an issue. Texas Strength says theirs is 2,000 pounds, and then Rogue says theirs is the 200,000 tensile strength. So just like a different way of weighting the bars, but not going to have an issue with either bar. They're both extremely stiff and really nice bars. If we go into the price of the bars, that's going to be a big deciding factor between the two. Before shipping, the Texas Strength bar is about $100 cheaper. This stainless steel version goes for $350 before shipping, with $70 shipping to get to my door. So $420 total for this. And then the Rogue stainless steel before shipping is $445. With shipping to my door, it ended up being just under $500. I think it was like $490. But of note, with the $490, this comes with a lifetime warranty versus no warranty mentioned on the website at all about the Texas Strength G1 power bar. The Texas Strength Systems website really does need some updating when it comes to advertising this bar. It really doesn't say anything other than it's stainless steel, 29 millimeters, and I built the IPF specs. Doesn't really get into where it's made, even though this is an import bar, and then Rogue is going to be made in the USA. But again, it doesn't say that on the site. There's a lot of things left to be desired when looking at this bar on the website, and I do mainly think that's because Texas Strength System owns their own gym. They really outfit facilities, and they really specialize on those combo racks. So this is not really a product that they go out of their way to advertise super heavily, although it is a really nice product. Like, I don't think a lot of people have their hands on this bar, and more people perhaps should. I think it is a really good bar. But again, if that's something that really matters to you, the lifetime warranty with Rogue, no warranty for the Texas Strength bar. They do like a 30-day return policy. That's about it for that. Me personally, I've never had to use a warranty on the bar, but it is kind of a nice thing to have just in the back of your head. Again, a lot of times if something happens with the bar, the user is doing something wrong. These things are really built to last and should last a lifetime. We get into the finish options for these. The Texas Strength Bar comes with 3 options. They have a fully chrome option, the stainless steel option, and then they have a black cerakote. Whereas if you want the 20 kilogram Rogue Ohio Power Bar, they only have 2 options. They have this stainless steel and then they have a black zinc. If you want to get into more of their other color finishes, you need to get the 45-pound version of the bar, which is really similar. It's going to have like the same knurl and all of that. The only difference is it's not going to have these competition collars. It's going to have just the standard width Ohio Power Bar collars. So again, price difference with shipping and everything is about a $70 difference. Again, Texas Strength Systems $420 shipped to my door, and then the Rogue was about $490 shipped to the door. My door, sorry. If we get into the knurl on the 2 bars, I do think that the Texas Strength System has a more aggressive knurl. I should be flashing pictures of the 2 on the screen right now, but you're going to see the really tall volcanoes on this Texas Strength Systems bar. It does have a bit of a bite to it compared to the Rogue Ohio Bar, which has some more of these wider, deeper volcanoes that are more spread out a bit. I think the Rogue Ohio Power Bar has a more comfortable feel in your hands if you're talking about like a daily driver type of bar, but I do really like the way that both bars feel. For me, either one is not too aggressive where I would be averse to using it regularly. I do think that the Texas Strength Bar had the best feel for me squatting out of any of the bars I own. It just felt extremely stiff, and something about it I just really enjoyed. But in terms of deadlifting and doing some of my heavy pulls, I wouldn't have a problem doing any sets, you know, a couple reps, 4 or 5 reps with either bar. If I was doing like a set of 10, maybe like an RDL set or something like that, I might prefer to use the Rogue Ohio Bar just because it is a little bit less aggressive. But overall, both bars are super sticky in my hands. I'm someone who likes to use chalk very regularly. But with both these bars, when I was testing it out, I tried not to use chalk until I got up into like the 400s with deadlifting, and there wasn't an issue with either bar. Both felt really comfortable in my hand. These are both going to be some of your best options if you're trying to get an IPF Spec competition bar in stainless steel for under $500. Some of the Eleiko bars go up to $1,000. The Kabuki bar, which doesn't really, I don't know what's going on with Kabuki. It's not really out in production right now. I'm not sure if it ever will be again, but that was something like $600 when it come out. All of the American Barbell Chewy bars and their powerlifting bars are going to be like $750 and are not going to have the competition collars. So if you really want this true IPF Spec competition feel with the competition collars, these are some of the really good budget-friendly options, and you're still getting a super high-quality bar. I love both of these bars. And again, really the main difference between this and some of the other bars is going to be the competition collars. So if that's something you don't really care about, you can just get a normal, you know, Rogue Ohio Power Bar, and it's going to be great, or some other options as well. And if you don't compete, I wouldn't necessarily recommend these collars because it is going to be more annoying unracking and re-racking the weights, because it just brings it closer to the uprights on your rack. The weights are going to sit closer to the upright, so you might ding the upright, ding your weights, things like that. So it is just something to be conscious of. But again, if you do compete and want to practice how you play, these are some of the best options you can get. Me personally, if I had to pick one, I'm probably going to go with this Texas Strength Bar just because of the way I personally felt lifting with it. I think for most people, Rogue is obviously going to be the more popular choice. It's the more well-known brand. It's made in the USA. But I really do think for an import bar, I was pleasantly surprised with some of the craftsmanship on this, the Texas Strength Bar. The knurl terminations are actually better on the Texas Strength Bar compared to the Rogue. And I just do prefer the knurl on this bar compared to the Rogue bar. But again, that's just me personally. They're both amazing options. You can't really go wrong. And I do use both and will continue to use both pretty regularly. I just like to switch things up. But again, comment, let me know what you you think. Let me know if you're thinking about getting either bar, and let me know if you've ever used the Texas Strength Bar. From what I've seen, not a lot of people have it. The only review I ever saw on it, and actually what led me to get this bar, is Basement Brandon's review. I will put a link down below. It was extremely exhaustive, like all of his reviews are. He does great work. So shout out to him, and I'm really happy that I got this bar, and it's probably one of my favorite bars I own, actually. This is also the bar that USAPL is using for a lot of their high-end meets, like the Open and the national meets, things like that. If you care about that, not a lot of people will care that specifically about it and really want to train like the top level competitions use. That's something to think about as well. But again, thank you for watching. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and thanks again. Peace.